Thanks for the sub. Ladies and gents, this improv story, it might just be a short one because I'm no in the mood because I'm so tired because I was up late. And I just want to get on with Death Stranding. Ladies and gents, this improv story is based on an idea. Man has workies in Hoose. Let the story commence. There was a guy called Craig, and he got some workies in to do the simplest of jobs. His girlfriend said, could you put up this shelf? He didn't want to do it. It was one of the ones, like a floating shelf. And you've got to put this metal thing and you've got to drill a hole in, and then you've got to put roll plugs in the wall. And he didn't trust him. He just thought that she's going to put something heavy on it, it's going to bend down, and I'm going to get the blame for no drilling in properly. I'll get a guy in. Get a guy in, a couple of guys in or something. So he hired these two guys just to put up a shelf. They were laughing at him. They were kind of, you don't feel up to date yourself, no? So I get the big boys in. Aye. They kept cracking me jokes. No, aye. Don't tell me. You got us in so we'd take the blame if anything went wrong. Am I right? Kinda a wee bit. Aye. He didn't quite like the way what they were insinuating about his girlfriend, but he just kind of let it go. Get us a cup of tea, mate. They said. Right, fuck this. They were starting to get a bit. They were starting to try. They're attempting to get a wee bit alpha. So Craig said, "Would you taking it?" 2 sugars. What about you, mate? Oh, you're late. What's that? Aye, 2 sugars for me and all. And then they laughed. So Craig got the teas. Milk, aye. Aye, yeah. Not much for me. Right. Get us one of your nice cups. What? Make sure one of your nice cups, not one of your cups for the workies. Oh, right. I'll get you one of the good ones. Mumble. We laugh. So Craig brought through the teas, and he was holding them like that, steaming hot. No milk. Guy was like that. Oh, it's milk. I said milk. We said milk. They kind of said it to each other. We said, just making sure, reminding each other they're a team. Craig's by himself. We said milk. Craig went, I know. But plenty of sugar in it to make up for it. Well, we want milk. What do you mean plenty? Just 2 sugars I wanted. Oh, there's a lot more than that. Just to make it nice and sweet for you. Nice and sweet for you boys. You what? See on a bit. And one of the workies called John looked in, and it was almost like the tea was almost... It was sludgy. It was almost sludgy. It was thick. Thick with sugar. Now, I don't know if you know about being in the jail, but if you want to really do something really bad to somebody, you put lots of sugar in the boiling water because it sticks. Craig chucked both cups. Perfect aim. Got one on John, this guy John, and got one on his daft fucking worky pal's face. Splash. A wee bit it splashed back on Craig. Tiny wee drop. And that made him go like that. Ooh, like that. They got the full fucking thing. They were screaming in ways you've probably never heard a man scream before. No very, in the words of the Workies, what they would probably describe as manly. What these alpha males would describe as manly. It's funny that they were being a kind of alpha male only just a couple of minutes ago, and now they're sort of screaming in a sort of high pitched way, like, I don't know. You'd maybe more commonly associate with a woman. Maybe. Screams. No just shouts. Screams. You wouldn't have thought it was actually possible to have this kind of set up here and actually be able to scream so a note so pure. Especially with these cunts popping out every 2 seconds for a wee smoke. I think it'd be a wee bit huskier or something. They were screaming and Craig was just observing this. Anyway, he thought enough's enough. They're human after all. Despite what they've done, which is, I can't quite remember, but despite what they did, they are human after all, so it's time to just get on with it and put them out their misery. Craig picked up the drill that one of the guys was using and drilled right through his throat, right through the Adam's apple, the wee pointy bit, the exact pointy bit, right through it. It was hard because it kept moving to the side because it's a wee pointy bit, so you had to sort of hold it and then, get it right on it. Got it right on it. The guy was struggling, but Craig just sort of punched him a few times in the nose. And the body, I don't know if you know, but the body just sort of shuts down. You don't have to conk it. The body just kind of stops. It just switches it off because it knows it doesn't want to feel any more connection to the physical world. So the mind just sort of retreats. As for the other guy, there was a jigsaw. The guy was using a jigsaw to cut around something. Craig didn't know why he needed a jigsaw. He just wanted these fucking shelves put up. Probably just the same way you get a taxi driver going in the scenic route, going the long way to get a bit more money at you. Just acting like he's doing more work than what he needs to. Why is there 2 to put up a fucking shelf anyway? Anyway, he got the jigsaw and cut her in there and cut her in there so that the guy's eyes were like, they looked like flies, cut like that size. Craig didn't know why he wanted to do that. It just worked out that way. You know, like if you do a doodle, you just go, your imagination just sort of takes there, or could even be physics. You move that way, you're at the sort of end of your sort of comfort bit. The arms, you just sort of naturally go back the way, and he just sort of went like that. The bit in the middle, because he cut it so close to each other, that was quite wobbly, so he just decided to grab the middle bit, the nose and all that, and just pull it out. So it ended up looking like a big pair of sunglasses that you would, the type they used to wear in V. Show you what I mean. Like that there. See? Okay, like that there. And then Craig, the guy was still screaming. So Craig reached in and you could see the guy's brain. Craig reached in and just sort of pinched, just sort of crushed the brain. Just bits it, just to see what each bit would do. What happens if I pinch here? What happens if I pinch there? Craig pinched there. the guy started screaming in a different sort of way. He pinched there, the guy started kicking. He pinched there, it just seemed to kill him, just like that. Craig wasn't sure, so he gave the guy a shake. No, he was dead. Then Craig stood up. There was still a wee bit left in the cups, so he poured both cups into that other guy's the cavern. Poured that in while the guy was lying on the ground, and then went and boiled the kettle again. And came here, poured boiling water in the guy's head, stirred it with a spoon, so it kind of all looked like porridge. Waited till it cooled down a bit, wee bit of salt, wee bit of milk, brain porridge, and it was fucking good, by the way. The end. It was good.